Hey guys, it's Rose with Rose Likes Crochet. How is everybody doing? It is Friday, February 28th, 2025, and I am coming on here with the last yarn yakking video for February. It has to be because it's the last day of the month. So for those of you who are new here, my name is Rose. I like to crochet. I like yarn a lot, and I make stitch markers along with other items. I have those up for sale in my Etsy shop, so please go check it out. It is linked down below in the description box. If you could favorite the shop and favorite a few items, it really does help me out a whole lot, even if you don't purchase anything, and I do appreciate it. I am doing a yarn destash, so there is quite a bit of yarn in there. It's more of a quantity than like of one particular color. Anyway, if you're interested in some yarn, go and check it out. It's a pretty good deal. So yarn yakking videos are basically me talking about happy mail, which I do have some happy mail today. I've gone yarn shopping. I've gone shopping, but not for yarn. That'll be apparent here in a minute. And what else? If I have any finished objects, and I am going to show you some finished objects. But we have a couple really important things to talk about. Before we get into those, we'll just go over some admin stuff. If you want to, there is a Facebook group for this YouTube podcast, and everything that I talk about will be linked down below. For the Facebook group, you have to answer 3 questions to join. It's easy. Just go ahead and do it. And then you can follow me on Instagram. That's at Roselikescrochet. That is connected to a Facebook business page. So anything that gets posted on Instagram goes to the business page. So the business page is where I post, and the Facebook group is where you post. So if you want to follow me on Instagram and tag me in any giveaways that you see, that's totally fine. And of course, there's the Etsy shop, so go check that out. And there's a spring shop, so if you want any Rose Likes Crochet merchandise, that's down below also. All right, we're just going to get into it. I have a lot to talk about. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is I have some happy mail. I actually have this awesome postcard. Isn't that beautiful? So this is from our good friend Barbara. She lives in Florida. And she says, "Hi Rose, I don't have craft yarn stores near me, so I love seeing what you find. I love to visit KSC. The astronaut talks are so interesting." I'm having issues today. And the space shuttle launch experience is great. I am a space geek. Prayers, love, and hugs from Barbara. If I lived down that way, I would probably be at that space center all the time too. So Barbara, thank you so much for always sending me postcards. I wish you would just start a YouTube channel already, because we want to see everything you're doing, even if you're not buying yarn. So hi, Barbara. So the next thing I want to talk about is this year we are doing something called Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. And I wanted to pick the item. I know it's February 28th. I don't have a winner because I'm recording this early on February 28th. So I cannot pick a winner for Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. I won't pick that until the next video. But I wanted you guys to get a head start on what the Random Act of Crochet Kindness is for March. So for those of you who are not familiar with Random Acts of Crochet Kindness, there's a contest that I'm doing. Every month it's a different item. And if you want to be entered in my giveaway contest, it's just going to be something really small. All you have to do is send me an email with a picture of what you made for the Random Acts of Crochet Kindness, how many you made, and where you left them. And then you'll be entered into my contest at the end of the month. So for January, we did, what did we do? We did shamrocks. For February, we did owls, and I've gotten some awesome emails with patterns for owls. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 other YouTubers that are actually doing it along. So Litza from Coco's Crochet, she just showed her owl the other day that she made. She made a couple different kinds. And if you are a YouTube content creator and you want to make some stuff along with us for the Random Acts of Crochet Kindness, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, you could just send me your stuff that you're making. The email is down below in the description box. So I have not left my owl anywhere yet because I've had some, I've been really busy the past week. But this is the little owl that I made. But we're done with February as of basically today. So I'm going to give everyone till the end of the day today, and then I'll pick a winner and I'll announce that on the next video. So here's my little bag with all of the, there should be 10 left of little note cards that have an item on it. So we're gonna pick an item for March and see what that's gonna be. And then you guys can start for March. Now, the whole purpose of Random Acts of Crochet Kindness is just to make little things and leave them places, and hopefully someone finds them and it puts a smile on their face. And there is a Facebook group called Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. You can get all kinds of files from that group, like printouts, printables, there's patterns in there. And then you can also look at the group and see if anyone actually finds your item and posts it in there. Like there, you could just leave a little note card with your item that says like, I'm not lost, I'm free. If you need to pick me up, you can take me home or something like that. You can also just Google that too. Okay, so we're gonna pick the next item for March. So let's see, I'm gonna make sure I only have one in my hand. Okay, so I have one in my hand, and let's see what the item is for March. Oh, this is gonna be fun. So for March, the item is a butterfly. So I'm gonna write March on here. So if you guys wanna get started on March's Random Acts of Crochet Kindness, it is a butterfly. And I guess I'm gonna get started on that too. When I made that one owl, I wasn't really thrilled with the pattern, so I didn't make any more. So that's the only one thing that I have to leave for Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. And you guys, it's just for fun. So you don't have to if you don't want to. You don't have to make 10 or 20. You can just make one, and that's fine. Okay, so that's it for Random Acts of Crochet Kindness for now. Remember, you still have, if you see this video on Friday the 28th, you can still send me your items in an email. The next thing that I want to talk about is my friend Craig, who I volunteer with at Wings, was collecting hat and scarf sets, and he was only collecting them through the end of this month. So if you haven't sent them in, just hang on to them, because I have something else that I want to talk about for charity work. So I have one piece of Happy Mail that came, and it is hat and scarf sets for Craig. So this is from, I believe it's Anna. Let me just make sure. This is from Anna, and she is from Minnesota. So she sent me a package, and I've got a card, very pretty. And it says, "Hello, Rose. Sorry these are late in getting out." Okay, so here's another thing for my channel, you guys. You're not allowed to apologize for anything. And we've been doing Wings donations for a couple of years, and I've always told you guys, and if you're new, that's fine. Now you know. We don't apologize. We don't apologize for tardiness. We don't apologize for the quality of our work that we think is not good enough. We don't apologize for the quantity of items we've sent in. We don't apologize because we haven't sent anything in. We just don't apologize when it comes to charity. And I want you guys to get in the habit of not apologizing. Now, if you step on someone's foot, just apologize, okay? That's fine. Okay, she says, the gray hat and cowl is from Bag O'Day. So that is this, and let's see what the cowl looks like. Oh, it looks like a scarf. Oh, you know what? Hold on, there's another gray one here. I think it's this one. Okay, hold on, it's this one. She's got two gray items here. Oh, that's really pretty. So this is the gray hat and cowl. She says this is from Bag O'Day. That's really nice. Wow, okay. And then the keyhole scarf and neck warmer is on the Crochet Cabin on YouTube. Okay, so that must be this one, because this one is the key. Is it a keyhole scarf? I think it is. It is. So that is this one right here, the first one that I showed you. And then she said the other ones have no pattern. Okay, so we've got this hat right here, which is beautiful. And we've got a scarf in there, so that looks like another keyhole scarf. Oh my gosh, these are beautiful. Thank you so much, Anna. By the way, her bag did say no cats, so that's why I was they're next to my face. And here is, oh, this is super soft. Anna, what yarn is this? Because it is amazingly soft, and I want some. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Anna, thank you so much. So I think I didn't finish my story about Craig. So Craig and I volunteer at Wings, and he was collecting hat and scarf sets for a homeless organization that he also volunteers for. And he only needed them through the end of February. So like I said, if you have any more that you haven't sent, just hang on to them, because we're going to talk about a new charity for this channel. So Anna, thank you so much for the hat and scarf sets. I'm going to make sure I get those to Craig this weekend. So thank you again. Okay, so for anyone who's been around for a long time here on this channel, for the past couple of years, you guys have helped me with a domestic violence organization called Wings. And I'm not quite sure that we're going to be able to do any donations for Wings this year. So I have found another group that my friends Carolyn, Paula, and Philip are a part of, and it is called the Generous Crafters. Now they have a blog, so I am going to link the blog down below in the description box. And I was able to go to one of their meetings Monday, I think, and talk with the people who are in charge. By the way, they're all volunteers there, and told her what we were doing here for Wings the past couple of years, and asked her if we could maybe help them. And she said yes. Woo! Okay, so you are all generous crafters, so you can be a part of that too, and you will be if you donate. So my contact, I sent her the list of kind of like what we do, and we talked about it, what we did for Wings the past couple of years, and she sent me back a list of all the places that they donate to. And I'm going to just read the list. I'm not going to tell you what they send to them, but I have come up with a month-by-month item list of what we can give to them as donations, okay? And the donations, this will be kind of similar to Wings. It'll be knit, crochet, sewn, store-bought, whatever you guys want to do. So I'm just going to list the names of some of the places that they donate to. And I'm only going to list, I'll tell you a couple. And if you want the full list, you can send me an email and I'll send you the list. There's a place called Joni's Closet, which is one of the school districts in the area. There's a kids corner, which is the daycare for kids whose parents are in court for whatever reason. Emma's House, Midwest Veterans Closet, United Way, Women's Residence, Staben House, City of Hope, and Good Shepherd Hospital. And that's just like about half the list of what she has. So I asked, by the way, I'm just going to show you what the blog will be linked down below. So you can just click on that. So let me just see. I clicked on this part, and it was for knit scarves, neck warmers, and shawls. So this is what the website looks like, the blog, and I will have that link down below so that you guys can click on it and you can scroll through it. There's a link for patterns. There's a link for, like, they've got a whole list of things, of items that they do take, and then when you click on that link, it takes you to some patterns and some suggestions. Okay, so I will have this list down below, and I will also post this list on the Facebook group. It will be a pinned announcement, so you guys don't have to write it down or anything. So we're going to start in March, which is tomorrow, or whenever you're watching this. We're going to start March of 2025. And here are the items for each month. So for March, it's going to be washcloths and soap sacks. For April, tote bags and cosmetic bags. For May, baby hats. For June, chemo hats. And by the way, for chemo hats, it has to be like a really tight stitch, but it has to be like a really soft yarn, like bamboo or cotton blend. It has to be those for the chemo hats. For July, we're going to do shawls. For August, we're going to do loveys and amigurumi. Oh, I'm so excited. You guys, there's no limits, okay? For September, we're going to do hats, scarves, mittens, ear warmers, scooties, anything that you could use in cold weather, and you don't have to send in sets. And they will take kids and adults and infants. And then October is going to be blankets. Now, here's the catch for October. All year round, if you want to send in, there's going to be 2 things that you can send in anytime you want. The 2 items are going to be 6-inch granny squares in any color, in any design, as long as they're granny squares. because those are what we're going to use to put together for the blankets. So if you want to send in a whole blanket, you can, but if you would prefer to just send in a square, you can do that too. Now, the other thing that's going to be all year round is something called a prayer square. So my contact there, her name is Barb. She was kind enough to give me some samples so that I could show you guys what a prayer square is. Okay, so she gave me a crochet sample, a knit sample, and a sewn sample. So this is the crochet sample, and I hope you guys can see that there are bobble stitches there with a cross. By the way, she also says these can be non-denominational, so you don't have to put a cross in there. You don't have to if you don't want to. And then the back of this, they will print these out. You don't have to print them out. All you have to do is send the squares. On the back, they actually have the printout, and these go to military, to the people in the military. So this is a crochet sample. This one is a knit sample. I don't know if you guys can see, but there is a cross, like a little charm cross in the middle of that. So that is the knit sample. And then this one is the sewn sample. So these are called prayer squares. So these items you can send in anytime, March through October, along with 6-inch granny squares, anytime from March through October, through the end of October. Now, they didn't cut off the donations to October. I did, because I do a lot of craft fairs at the end of the year, and I can't balance the craft fairs and the donations. So I'll read the list one more time, and then it will be down below, and it will be a pinned announcement in the Facebook group. So remember, all year you can send in prayer squares and granny squares. March, which is next month, washcloths and soap sacks. April is tote bags and cosmetic bags. May is going to be baby hats. June is going to be chemo hats. July is going to be shawls. August is going to be loveys and amigurumi. September is going to be winter wear, hat, scarf, mittens, ear warmers. And October will be blankets. So if you guys have any questions, send me an email. Otherwise, the list will be down below and it'll be posted in the Facebook group. So I'm super, super excited to be working with the Generous Crafters group this year for donations. I'm so, so excited. So excited, you guys. Okay, can you tell I'm really excited? I'm so excited. Okay, so we're going to get into shopping. So I did a little bit of shopping, but none of it is yarn, because seriously, none of it is yarn. Hang on a second. All right, you guys. So I had to return something at Kohl's, like, you know, the Amazon return center. And someone, a little birdie, might have told me that all of the clearance at Kohl's is half off. And I'll show you that in just a second. So as I was at Kohl's doing my return, I saw these in the clearance section, and I had to. Oh my gosh, look at how cute they are. They're little geese. I think they're geese. Are they geese? Oh, duck, duck, goose. It's a goose. It's a goose. It's a goose, you guys. Oh my God, they're so cute. They're so adorable. So these guys were on clearance for $3, so I got them for $1.50 each, because it was half off clearance. And that's all I picked up at Kohl's, just these two guys. They had a whole bunch, but I figure two is fine. They're so adorable. And I guess there might have been a book that went with them called Duck, Duck, Goose, but I didn't see any of the books. So yeah, so that was it. And then, believe it or not, that was all the shopping I did. But I have this great friend. Her name is Paula. And she came to pick me up for the crafters group on Monday. And she handed me a bag. And she's like, here, this is for you. And I was like, what the heck is this? Let me show you. Hang on. All right, you guys. So Paula, hi, Paula. By the way, hi, Carolyn and Philip. Thank you for having dinner with me on Monday night. So Paula was at Walmart, and she is apparently good friends with the whatever the card lady is over there. And she talks to her all the time and asks her when things are going to be on clearance from holiday to holiday. So I guess she was there, and these little Valentine bears were on clearance. She didn't tell me how much they were. I don't know how much. They're $7.99 originally. I don't know what she got them for. Apparently she picked up a lot, and she thought I might be able to use a couple. So she wouldn't let me pay her either. So she gave me 3 of these so I can make loveys. And I am starting to be in the mindset that I want the stuffed animals for loveys with the soft faces, because then you could give it to a baby. This I would probably take off because that's probably a choking hazard. But anyway, so Paula gave me 3 of those. So thank you so much, Paula. She also said she found a pair of socks and she gave me these too. Nothing, this is not crochet related at all. She just gave me a pair of socks. So I don't know what she found these for, like what the dollar amount. Go check out and see if your stores, I mean, Valentine's Day was 2 weeks ago, right? I don't know if there's anything left. So as I was telling you that the clearance at Kohl's was half off, apparently Paula was there too. And she found a bunch of towels. And we've been looking at towels for like the past month. They're on clearance, but the clearance price is not that great. So I guess she was there. They were half off. She got a bunch and she gave them to me. So Paula, thank you so much. Okay, so it was half off the clearance price. So these 2 towels were clearance priced for $4.49. So I guess she got them for $2.25. And the it's so cute. Oh my gosh. So this is one set that she found, and there's kitty cats there. I mean, so adorable. And you know what? Cats are, just because it's Valentine's, cats are good all the time, right? I can't do cats. I'm allergic to them. This one was originally on clearance for $4.94. So she got these for $2.50 for the set. And this is Jack Skellington. So here is one of the towels. And here is the other one. And she gave me 2 of these, and I think I know what I'm gonna do with one set of these. And if you know who I'm gonna give this to, leave a comment. I think the rest of these are Christmas ones. So these were on clearance for $2.99. So she got these for $1.50. So 75 cents a towel. So there is one of them, and there is the other. And then this is the same. So she got 2 of those. And she got this one, which was on clearance for $3.49. Half off of that. Old-fashioned hot cocoa. And then there's the hot cocoa cups. Oh, we have Star Wars. I didn't even realize they had these. These were on clearance for $3.84. So she got them for half off. Those would be really good sellers at Christmas, I would think. And there's Darth Vader right there too. And then the last one she found for me was this one. It was on clearance for $2.99. So she got it for $1.50 for this set, 2-pack. So Paula, thank you so much for picking up the towels. I'll have to buy you dinner again one day because this is a lot that you spent. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to show you 2 different sets, perhaps, of finished objects. Let me get them. Hang on. All right, you guys. So I have a really good friend. Her name is Amy, and she is a big fan of potatoes. And she keeps on asking me to make her potatoes. So you guys might remember, if you've been here for a while, that I was on the hunt for potato colored yarn. And I found a whole bunch of brown yarn, and I asked you guys, which one would you use for potatoes? And everyone said, oh, I like that one, or you should try this, or whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you, I made 3 potatoes, and I don't know that I'm gonna make any more, but I'll show you the potatoes. I'll show you. So I bought this yarn right here, which is Bernat Blanket Tweeds, and this color is called brown tweed, and I never even used it for a potato, and I'll tell you why in a second. So we don't even need to worry about that one because I never used it. Okay, then I even bought a pot because I was like, I'm gonna put my potatoes in a pot, and that's how I'm gonna display them. Okay, so the first yarn that I bought to make potatoes, and this was the first potato I made, was this Yarn Bee Cozy Occasion, and the color is coffee, and it's like a 6-weight yarn. And this is the first potato that I made. I'm going to show you. The pattern I used was on YouTube, and it was by Handy Moms DIY, which I will link down below. And the title is called Positive Potato. So she makes it in 4-weight yarn, and I was making it in 6-weight yarn. So I obviously used a larger hook. I believe I used a 7mm hook on this one. I think I used a 7mm hook. I think. Most of the time when I use blanket yarn like this, I use a 7mm hook. So this is my first positive potato, my first attempt. Now you guys tell me what you think that looks like. Yes, I think it looks like poop. Okay. This one that was the first one, and I didn't really modify anything. And you have to like make the arms separate and then sew them on, and I don't like sewing stuff on. So this is my first positive potato, and to me, he looks like a piece of poop. So I was not going to use this yarn anymore. I decided against it. And so the next potato that I decided to try was using Big Twist Posh. Okay, so Big Twist Posh. I bought 3 colors. This is what it looks like, and because Joann's going out of business, I don't know that you can get this anymore. This one I did not use because I modified the pattern again, and for this yarn, because this yarn is a little bit thinner. I believe it's a 5-weight. So with this yarn, I used a 6mm hook, and this particular color is called Croissant. So I still have most of this left. I'm going to show you my second modified potato. This one looks like this, and he is, oh, if you want to know what this potato says, it says positive potato. I may be a tiny potato, but I believe in you. Go do your thing. So that is this potato. I don't like the way the arms are. This one, I actually made the arms in, I like attached them as I was going. I did not make arms separately. I just chained up and then went back down. So this is my second positive potato. And he looks more of like a potato because of the color, I think. So I don't think he looks too much like poop. So, by the way, I'm pretty sure I'm going to give all 3 of them to my friend. I'm not selling these. So this is potato number 2, okay? And then I modified it, the pattern, again, using this Posh yarn, and the color on this one is called Oyster Mushroom. And I did a little bit more modification. I still don't like where the arms are. If I did it again, which I'm probably not, I would want the arms maybe up 1 row. So here is the last and possibly final positive potato I will ever make. And he's holding the sign too. And here he is. He looks more of like a potato than poop as well. So let me know what you guys think. I'm not a fan of positive potatoes. I don't think I'll be making any more unless my friend requests them. Then maybe perhaps I will make some more for her. But this is not something I would want to make and sell at craft fairs. Anyway, so there you go. Positive potatoes. I'm not even going to pick up the other one because it looks like poop. So let me know if you guys have made any positive potatoes. And I won't use 4-weight yarn. I will only use 4-weight yarn on one kind of amigurumi, and that is my jellyfish. And I don't know, maybe because I've done it so many times, I'm used to it, but I will not use 4-weight yarn for most amigurumi. Anyway, let me know what you think of my potatoes. You can give me the honest truth. I already know the other one looks like a piece of poop. And now I guess I have an extra pot, or I can just donate it back to Goodwill because I don't know that I'm going to use that pot. Okay, before I go into the other item that I'm going to show you, I did make myself, well, not myself, but I did make another divine hat. I found this yarn laying around somewhere. This is a clearance yarn from Yarn Bee. It's called Marblesque. Who knows when this was clearanced out. I'm not a real big fan of like natural fibers for some reason, and this one is made with, let me see if I can tell you what it's made with. It is 94% acrylic, 3% wool and 3% alpaca. It's nice and soft. You can't get this anymore because it's discontinued. But I did make a divine hat. There it is. It's really pretty. I don't know that I can put this in the donation bin because it does have the wool and the alpaca, and I would be worried that someone might be allergic. So I might have to just make a note on this one and keep it in my pile for my craft fairs. And that way I can make sure that, you know, no one will be allergic to it. But anyway, there is my divine hat. It's the only one that I've made. The divine hat originally is from Sarah Arnold. She's the original designer, but you can find a lot of tutorials for the divine hat or the shell hat on YouTube. So that's the only hat that I've made besides what I'm about to show you. All right, so I think maybe a couple months ago, 2 months ago, I was at Hobby Lobby and bought a bunch of cotton yarn, and I told you guys I was going to make bucket hats. Well, I powered through that entire stash of yarn and I made bucket hats. I also had some in my bin that were clearance items from Hobby Lobby, and I grabbed a couple of those and I just made a whole bunch of bucket hats. So I think I'm ready for the summer. So let me grab those and let me show you all of them. Hang on. All right, you guys. So I'm going to tell you the pattern that I use for my cotton bucket hats. I'm pretty sure you could use acrylic for this also, but I'm really only putting these out in my summer craft fairs. I feel like cotton would let your head breathe a little bit easier. So I make these out of 100% cotton. So it is from a YouTube tutorial. The person is Stitchin' with Liz, and it will be linked down below in the description box. And it's called the Easy Crochet Granny Circle Bucket Hat. So I use a 4-weight yarn. I'll show you the yarn, and I use a 5.5mm hook. Now I do exactly as the pattern says, except I eliminate 1 row. And I find that that works for me for my tension. So just, you know, try it and see what your tension is like. And for the Hobby Lobby yarn that I use, I'll just show you one of these right here. This is what I like to use. It's called I Love This Cotton. It's 100% cotton. It is a 4-weight yarn. This particular one is called Harvest. And the ones that are print or ombre or whatever that are not solid, they have 153 yards in them. It's a 3-ounce ball. And you can get 1 bucket hat out of 1 ball. So even out of this one, the ones that have 153 yards, this is how much I had left over from the bucket hat. So I will just show you all the hats. I'll show you the yarn and I'll tell you the color. Some of them, like I said, are discontinued. And then these will all be listed in my Etsy shop, hopefully by the weekend. So this one was really pretty. This is one of the ones that Paula made me buy. Anyway, here we go. All right, so I don't know the best way to display them because I don't want to keep on getting like a styrofoam head because sometimes that noise bothers me and possibly other people. So you know what, maybe I could just try one of them on. I do have a bun on my head here, but that way you guys can kind of see what it looks like. And if you see what I mean, like if I did another row, this would be really, really, really big. I don't know, I don't think I have that small of a head, but so this is what it looks like on. So I'm not going to put all of them on, but you will see them on a styrofoam head in my Etsy shop probably in the next day or two. So there is that one. You guys, they're so easy and so fast to make. Okay, the next one that I have, this was a clearance yarn from, I don't know, last year. And this one is called Pink Sparkle. So there is, I guess, just pink sparkle. And then I'll show you the hat. And it does sparkle. It's probably hard to see that, but it does sparkle. It's really pretty. The next one, this one I believe is a current color. Now the solid colors have 180 yards, so you can see there is quite a bit left over. But if you want to try one, you really only need to buy one of these, and it doesn't matter which color you buy, like the print or whatever. This one is called Bright Citrus. And here is this one right here. And it's super duper easy, you guys. I hope so. I hope you guys will try this. Now this one here is called Monkey Brown, and this is a discontinued color. Yeah, Monkey Brown. And I had a little bit left over from a ball from before, so I used that up. And then I had to open up another ball. So there is the monkey brown. And I really do prefer bright colors, but there were quite a few people last year, men, that came to my booth, and they wanted something more neutral. So we have to cater to everyone. This one is a discontinued color from last year called Hot Orchid. And you know me and my purple, I might have to pull one of these out for myself for the summer. So there is Hot Orchid. And then we've got this one, which is also discontinued from last year, called Lime Ombre. And that is a little busy, but people like green, right? So why not? This one was also discontinued from last year. It is called Aubergine. And here is this one. You have to have a mix of solids and patterns and sparkles. And this one was a discontinued one from last year, and it is called Mint. So I have enough to make probably half of another one. So there is Mint. And then let me tell you, I had no purple left in inventory. This one was discontinued from last year. It's called Mulberry. And ooh la la, it is purple. And if you weren't sick of purple, here's another one. This one was discontinued from last year. It's called Strawberry Violet. And this one is kind of got, I don't even know how to explain that. It's got a couple different shades, but it doesn't blend very well. This one is a new one that you can get right now in the store. It's called Bright Green. This started as a full ball, and this is a solid, so I have quite a bit left over from that one. And that's nice, right? Oh my gosh, you guys. And then, oh, here's another purple. This one is also a new color or a current color at Hobby Lobby. It's just called Purple. And so I've got that right there. It's really, really nice. I don't know which purple I like best, you guys. This one, Paula made me buy. I wasn't going to buy it, but she says this is the color of the year. So I said, fine. This is called Rosy. And this is what this one turned out to be like. So that one, I don't know. I'm not a fan, but they're not all for me, right? This one is also a current color. This one is called Moonlit Frost. And this one has blues and greens and tans and cream. And it's pretty neutral. We only have a couple more, guys. So this one is a current color, and it's called Glowing. And yes, it is bright orange, bright orange. Okay, this one is also current. This one is called Domino Effect. And here is another neutral one. So grays and tans and creams. And I think that one would be good for someone who's not into the bright colors. This is a current one. It is called Aspen, A-S-P-Y-N. And there is that one. It's like an aqua color. I don't know why they just couldn't call it aqua. This one is called Monkey Red. And this one is current. So you can pick this one up at Hobby Lobby if you so desire, because they have it in the cotton section. And it's basically red with white in there. And the monkey brown one is brown with white in there. And then we've got two more, you guys. Yes, they're so easy to make and so fast. Once you start making them, you won't be able to stop. This one is called Dark Denim. This one is also current. And I figured, you know, for neutral. And then the last one that I have is also current. This one is called Eastern Nova. And I didn't have that much left over. And this is what this one turned out. Green, pink, blue, and yellow. A little bit of orange. I did go and buy a black and a white one, so I do still want to make a black and a white one to have in my inventory, but this was quite a few. So I don't know if you guys were counting, but let me see, 3, 4, 5. There's probably 15 or 20 here. So it was a lot of hats, but I really liked making them. So I do still have other finished objects, but those will have to wait for the next video because I don't have time anymore in this video. So, all right, so let's just recap. Random acts of crochet kindness. I'll pick a winner for February in the next video. March is butterflies. So if you want to get started on your butterflies, and if you want to share patterns, feel free to let us know down below what pattern you're going to use. You can also share that in the Facebook group too. I would really appreciate that. So random acts of crochet kindness. And then our new Generous Crafters charity for this year. I'm so excited. The list will be down below. So please go check that out. Our item for March is washcloths and soap sacks. So, and then remember all year round, they will take, or I will take for them, the prayer squares that look like that. And there is a link to a pattern on their blog. So the blog will be linked down below, as will the list. And then you can go to the blog and click on all the links for the patterns. So 6-inch granny squares and prayer squares, I will take through the end of October, and then go check out the list. So you guys, let me know if you have a different pattern you like to use for your bucket hats. And the potatoes, I think that's a one and done kind of thing, honestly. But let me know what you think of them. All right, so that's it. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day whenever you're watching this. And I'm sure I will talk to you next week. Bye.